Martin, Nico Kovacic with the recovery, once again the cross, they could shoot, and it's in!
That guy Fran, he cuts inside and gets a shot past the goalkeeper. Wonderful work from Fran.
Welcome to the right side, the shot and the goal!
Good afternoon. I'm your commentator, Mark Turner, here with Veta Media, covering this UPSL Division 1 match between home team Lakeland United 2 and visitors Florida Premier. Beautiful afternoon here in Lakeland, Florida. High 70s, a little bit of cloud cover, as you can see there on the screen. Which hopefully will ensure we have a high-tempo match. Certainly an interesting game in hand. Top of the table versus basement. Currently Florida Premier unbeaten this season, sitting atop of the Western Premier Conference, the Florida West Premier Conference. Lakeland United, after just 2 games, yet to register a point, so they will be desperate, I'm sure, to put some tally on the table. While we're waiting for the teams to come out, let me go ahead and give you the starting 11s. As you can see, Lakeland United in goal, number 60, St. John England. Number 30, Philippe Seb. Number 55, Pedro Brito. Number 57, Rocco Escobar. Number 32, Thomas Para. Number 20, Isa Inshan. Number 34, Diego Valenzuela. Number 22, Fernando Cano. Number 28, Charleston Bluebird. Number 9, Paulo Fares. And number 41, Apiwi Nkbo. Head coach, Adriano Laba. And to your visiting Florida Premier. In goal, number 1, Luke Zagrocki. Number 8, Kieran Cloutier. Number 5, Anthony Salorzano. Number 3, Nicolas Gonzalez Quiroga. Number 14, Julian Paz. Number 7, Martin Gallo. Number 6, Miguel Rodriguez. Number 10, Tomas Alvarez. Number 27, Ehan Kaiser. Number 4, Wilgens Ocean. And Nico Colaci, just waiting on a shirt number for him. I suspect it might be number 17. But we'll confirm that in game. Head coach, Mario Cruz. Give a shout out to our Veta media team, our production team, who will be covering the game with me today. They always do a fabulous job. They're providing the titles on screen. They'll be helping me with goal scorers and incidents as we make our way through the match. Coming at you today from Bryant Stadium in Lakeland, Florida, nestled in between Tampa and Orlando. This community hit a little hard by Hurricane Milton, not full on. It certainly got a ton of water. I think there was some properties that were damaged and a few that were destroyed, unfortunately. Didn't experience the worst of the hurricane, but I think if you live in Florida, it was unavoidable that you didn't experience something of it. Anyway, as we can see, today is a beautiful day. No hurricanes in sight, thank heavens. Not even a hint of rain. A few clouds just providing some appropriate cover. And with the temperatures, again, in the high 70s, should be a great game. Okay, with the anthem taken care of, it's time for the teams to take to the field. Officials just having conversations, taking care of things before we get this game underway. To say, I cover a number of different leagues, commentating on games with men's and women's at various different levels, but the United Premier Soccer League is one of my favourite. I do cover a lot of games here in Florida, particularly with the Western Conference. I generally find it to be very entertaining, very competitive. We've seen some fantastic goals over the last couple of seasons. Hopefully we're in for a similar treat today, as again our home team, Lakeland United 2, host visitors Florida Premier. Lakeland, as their logo and badge colours suggest, will be playing in the light blue, the, if you like, Manchester City sky blue. Florida Premier in the black and gold. Looks like Lakeland United are going to kick us off in this first half, going from right to left on your screen. Referees just checking with the goalkeepers, making sure we have a full complement of players on both sides, and we are underway. A referee teasing us there for a moment. Lakeland United playing the ball through the back, giving their goalkeeper an early touch. England rolls it back out to his left back. Moving a little dangerously. Trying to draw out Florida Premier. Slips as he dispatches the ball. That may give Florida Premier a chance to jump on it early. And it does. Now they're looking to work it through the middle of the field. Excellent play. Flecked out by Lakeland United. But it comes out to the left wing for Florida Premier. They've got men in the box. Need to deliver. Nice cut back. And they do deliver. All the way to the back post. But pretty easy going for England in the Lakeland United goal. Early threat, though, from Florida Premier, who, as I mentioned earlier, apparently sit top of the Florida West of Conference. An unblemished record. Having played 4 matches and won 3 of them, tied the other one. So yet to suffer a defeat. England again with his distribution, letting him down a little bit. I wonder if perhaps the field was a little greasy. Not sure if it rained earlier today, but 2 early slippages from the Lakeland United goalkeeper. Nice turn from Florida Premier again, looking to deliver him from the left-hand side. Good footwork in the box. Nice block, though. Important block in the Lakeland United defence. Really nifty footwork, as we'll see here again. Brought the ball down out of the air, kind of awkward, and able to spin on it. A well-blocked shot. I think that was Pedro Brito in the heart of the Lakeland defence. England's distribution again, letting him down once more. Now this may be another opportunity for Florida Premier with numbers over. It's a shot that was partially blocked. Julian Paz trying to test England with an important deflection as the ball tried to make its way through to the Lakeland United goal. Early shakiness from Lakeland United. Florida Premier looking bullish early on. Might be an offside here. Yeah, I think that was a fairly easy call for the officials. But again, we see here, straight to the Florida Premier strikers. It was Paz ultimately tried to get it shot. I think it was a block there. Last desperate lunge, but a necessary one. As I mentioned, Florida Premier with an unblemished record currently. watch this attack here from Lakeland United. I hope our viewers will forgive me for not keeping saying Lakeland United 2. It's just an extra an extra word, an extra piece I need to cover, and I think we all know this is Lakeland United 2. So I'm just going to say Lakeland United. I may even just say Lakeland, just to keep things nice and easy. Or I could call them the Swans, I suppose. That is their nickname. Trying to play out the back again. Poor distribution. And the ball comes back to Florida Premier. And again, they have numbers over. Some frantic defending once more from Lakeland. Florida Premier looking for the gap. Oh, great footwork there. Nips past two. Can't get past the third. This footwork, though, I think it was maybe number 15. That might be Nico Colaci. That might solve the mystery of what shirt number is Nico Colaci wearing. Here's a forward Florida Premier, so confirm that here just as soon as I can, but that's my best guess early on. Not only are Lakeland desperate to register their first points of the season, having played 2 games and have 2 defeats, they really need to get some goals on the board. Only 3 goals across the 2 games so far. They conceded 7 at the other end, including a really frustrating defeat in their last match against Florida Celtic, a game that they led 2-0. Celtic ultimately winning out by a score of 3-2 in that match. Florida Premier now looking to break down the left-hand side. Again, really sharp. Numbers in the middle. Can they find a teammate? Don't need to! Dispatch it on his own. That is a fantastic finish by Wilgens Ocean. Like Moses, he parted the sea that was the Lakeland United defence before pinging that ball. Top bins. Outpaces his fullback here. He was a little late to the game, then steps inside of him. Body's over in the middle of the box. I speculated he might use one of them. Ocean decided, nope, I got this. And indeed he did. Excellent goal, 5 minutes in. Table-topping Florida Premier putting down an early marker. 1-0 up on the road at Lakeland United. Wilgens Ocean. Lakeland United have suffered a couple of early scares. Distribution out the back being a little untidy. But ultimately it was just some fantastic play from Florida Premier that finally carved open the Lakeland United defence. So for those viewers who maybe get a little frustrated with the way that Lakeland United are playing, and a lot of teams play these days, again, sloppy ball out the back, it's going to give Florida Premier a chance to attack again. It's that man Oceans who does look inside this time, tries to find a teammate, ball gets intercepted. Lakeland though just can't get out of their half, can't relinquish this pressure, shot from distance, well wide. Again, any viewers not quite sure why Lakeland play this way, and a lot of teams play this way, playing the ball out of the back. It's very common practice in 2024. The principle basically is that by playing the ball around the backfield, you're drawing out the opposition. You're encouraging them to press you high, and as they do so, that should create additional space in behind them. And then what you're looking for is to really break those lines with an incisive pass. And if you can get that pass in behind the pressing players, you should give your players an opportunity to have both numbers and space to exploit. It's a dangerous practice if you're not able to play the ball through the back effectively, or you have a goalkeeper who's not comfortable with the ball at his feet. You do have those things, it can be very, very impactful indeed, as Manchester City and Barcelona and other teams have shown us in recent times. Arsenal and 1 or 2 others. You've got to be able to do it right, but in order to be able to do it, you have to practice it. So I don't hate seeing it at this level, that's for sure. These players need to understand how to play in a variety of different ways, and this is certainly one method. Lovely ball over the top. Florida Premier may have an opportunity here. Early snapshot. Good look from Martin Gallo. I apologise, I'm going with Gallo here rather than Gallo. Gallo is my best guess. So if anyone listening is a friend or family member of Martin Gallo, and it is Gallo, please accept my apologies. Certainly drop a comment in the YouTube channel. I'll know for next time. Or perhaps our friends at Veta Media can find out for us at halftime. Right now, though, back to the matter in hand. It's Florida Premier on the ball again. Ball gets knocked out. Lakeland gain possession. Florida Premier on the attack once more. Trying to feed our goal scorer, Ocean. He decides to tuck the ball inside. Florida Premier now working it through their backfield. Lovely ball over the top. Again, Florida Premier with numbers. 2 in the box and 2 arriving late. One of them's found. Can they deliver, though? Lovely ball inside. Can't quite get there. Excellent footwork in the Lakeland United defence. That easily could have been sliced out anywhere. Instead, maintained their composure and tried to play the ball out the back. Ultimately, though, it comes naught because Florida Premier once again winning the ball back. They're aggressive, high pressing, quick. Certainly are a challenging proposition. If Lakeland United want to get anything out of this game today, they are going to have to earn it, that's for sure. On the ball right now. Oh, good footwork there. Lovely little turn. Not able to find a forward, though. That advanced pass. Nice turn in midfield. Good awareness from Julian Paz. He's the ball over top. Is Ocean offside? He stays onside, I think. Did he chip the goalkeeper? He did, but I don't know if the goal's going to stand. No, it isn't. Flag's gone up. Ocean's not best pleased. It's a tidy finish. Imagine he did want that one to stand because that was pretty. Goalkeeper came up. He had to get the elevation. He did a nice job, and he also put it on target as well. Everything you want to see in that spot. And unfortunately, he sprung the trap just a fraction early. Goals called back. Florida Premier. Just 1 goal to the good as we head into the 12th minute. Lakeland United settling down a little bit now. We want to get a little bit more possession right here in the middle third of the field. Get out of their defence a little bit. Handball. Johnny on the spot. Referee catches that, no trouble. You don't want to always be playing the ball through the backfield. It can get a little fatiguing. You are relying on players' high concentration levels, and if those slip for just a moment, as we've seen on a few occasions, put a team in trouble. So if you can transition that ball to the middle third of the field, move it around, hold on to it, maintain possession for a bit, you can help your team settle down, and then from that spot, advance. Lakeland United now with a free kick. Lovely ball deep into the box. Oh, may have been an opportunity there to convert. Well, the referee's whistling for something. Has he seen an infringement, a foul, perhaps? He has, and I think Lakeland United now, the free kick in a dangerous position. I'm not quite sure what the referee saw there. As good as our cameras are, unable to pick up absolutely everything. Maybe it was a push in the box, or nope, even seeing it on the replay. I'm not sure, but all that really matters is that Lakeland United have another free kick in a very dangerous position. Absolutely shooting distance for the wonderfully named Charleston Bluebird. They level this game up. Oh, very nearly. Went around the wall. The Florida Premier goalkeeper, Zagrocki, scrambling a little bit. but ultimately pulled his shot wide. Good effort from Bluebird, though. I said he pulled it around the wall rather separated. Which if you're the Florida Premier coach, Mario Cruz, you wouldn't be happy to see. You want that wall to stay together. Jumping is permissible, but fracturing it like that, that's really not a good look. Either way, though, the ball goes wide of the post. Florida Premier still with a 1-goal lead and on the attack. Looking to take that 1-2. Flick it inside. Oh, lovely back heel. I do like the creativity from Kaiser. He saw he had teammates inside of him and lovely bit of improvisation. Didn't quite execute. You can't hate the thought. It could have been awfully pretty. But we've got a flick there. Being treated, aren't we? Back heels and inside flicks. What next? Well, if you're Lakeland United, what next is a goal. Let's tie this game up as they head up the field in an effort to do so, playing the ball down the right-hand side. Nice hustle from Florida Premier, and they'll earn themselves a free kick in the process. So I mentioned Florida Premier are currently top of the Florida West Conference. Wonderful little club. Actually been around for a long time in one form or another. They were founded originally in 1979. Almost as old as I am. Originally they were West Pasco Youth Soccer Association in West Pasco County. Excuse me, let's just wait here for a second. As they look to attack down the right-hand side. Lovely ball back into the box though. Good defending from Lakeland United. We'll get back to our history lesson here in a moment. Let's stay in the present for right now. It's Florida Premier looking to add to their tally. Very composed, working the ball through the middle third. Long distance shot, England's all over that. As I mentioned, Florida Premier, originally West Pasco Youth Soccer Association in Pasco County, Florida. And as they've developed and grown over time, they've morphed into Florida Premier. Wonderful little club. Doing very well at this level in UPSL. Heavily focused on youth sports. And youth soccer programs. Oh, a little bit of a loose ball. Lakeland unable to take advantage. Again, snapshot from distance. None of these shots testing England yet. No one really able to get hold of them with any gusto. As I mentioned, Florida Premier heavily focused on youth, both for boys and girls. With ECNL programs in both. England slips again. I do wonder if, again, there's some surface greasiness. Perhaps he needs to change his cleats at halftime, something. The Lakeland United goalkeeper really is struggling with his footing. Nice touch. Playing the ball through the back. We have another shot from distance. No, chipped into the box. Not cleared away yet, though. Still dangerous. Or a Premier win it back. Nice anticipation in defence. Well played out. Might be a chance for Lakeland to break. Nope, but they are going to get the free kick. Nice hustle from Florida Premier. Making sure that Lakeland weren't able to counter quickly. Like 6 of one and half a dozen of the other there, but the referee decided that it was a foul against Florida Premier. They're back in possession. As rolling it into midfield. Alvarez involved. It's one thing I've enjoyed about Florida Premier in these opening 18 minutes. Every player seems comfortable on the ball. Doesn't matter what position they play or how they receive it. Technical ability. A lot of these players seem very comfortable coming out of either side. Playing out the left foot, playing out the right foot. It's lovely to see that balance in a player, and something that coaches, I think by and large, are and should always be encouraged to work on with every player they have a chance to engage with. Sure if ambidextrous is the right term for feet. I know it applies to hands, but whatever the foot term is, having that ability as a player, being able to go out both sides, so you really leave your defenders or your opposing markers thinking about what you're doing and have them off balance the whole time. It's such a great weapon to have in your arsenal, the player. And we're seeing that from Florida Premier. It's part of the reason they're able to move the ball so casually from left to right. Is that onside? Surely not. Goodness gracious, that was a long ball in from nowhere. Surprised everybody, perhaps even surprised Julian Paz a little bit. It was kind of up and over. To be fair, Paz was running. I think he must have been offside. He wasn't able, though, to lift the ball over England as well as Ocean had done earlier when he scored Florida Premier's second goal that was ultimately disallowed for offside. Either way, that was a warning shot. And another great shot! And this time England can't get down quick enough! And finally, one of those distant shots finds its way through. I think it's Hayan Kaiser. That's what we call a grass cutter back in the UK. Tons of power, head and knee, well over the ball. Which means the keeper's got to be able to get down quickly. If he doesn't, well, this is the end result. It's actually number 25, and I don't have a 25 on our sheet, so I'm going to go out on a limb here and suggest that's Nico Colaci. I think we finally solved the mystery of what. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, thank you, Media, for providing us with that label. Indeed, it was Nico Colaci. Well, it doesn't really matter what shirt he's wearing. What matters is that his name is on the score sheet. Adding to Ocean's earlier strike and extending Florida Premier's lead by 2-0 over Lakeland United. Nice finish. Florida Premier are dominant right now. I mean, 2 goals, a little over 20 minutes in, suggests that, but more than that, they've just had so much possession. They've looked so comfortable on the ball and so threatening with almost every attack. On the flip side, Lakeland really struggling to maintain any possession through the thirds. Really, their most threatening moment was the free kick from Charleston Bluebird that was pulled just wide of the post about 7 or 8 minutes ago. Need to try and string something together from open play. Going to find their way back into this match. Wearing their new strip, their new uniform. Getting its debut today, and I'm sure they were hoping it might bring them a change in fortune. Not yet. But they can't let their heads drop. As I mentioned earlier, in their last match, they were leading 2-0, ended up losing the game 3-2, so it is possible to come back from this scoreline. They just need to find a way now to do to Florida Premier what Florida Celtic did to them. This game out. Florida Premier looking as comfortable on the ball as they have the entire game. Just knocking it about. Running the open man again. Long ball over the top. Looking for the recent goal scorer, Colaci. Can't make that one. Oh, another wayward ball. Might give Colaci a chance to get another shot on goal. Lovely turn. Oh, scuffed his shot there. What a beautiful turn. Definitely want to see that one on the replay. Maybe I don't want to see the shot again, but Look at this technique. Beautiful. Shields his man. Drags the ball around. It's a little overexcited, I think, on the shot. If he just put that in frame and across the goalkeeper, even had the goalkeeper got something on it, he would have had a teammate coming in at the back post to pick up scraps. Instead, didn't quite make the connection he wanted. Doesn't add to his goal tally, at least not yet. And England goes down again. There is something going on in that goal mouth, but we're going to pause that for a moment because Kalachi, oh, he now slips in the area. He's trying to get up. Might be a penalty kick. Well, that was a calamity of errors. England slips. The ball comes back. Kalachi slips. I don't know if England slipped again in a desperate effort to clear the ball out, but he certainly made contact with Kalachi, resulting in a penalty kick. So here we see it, a slip there. Actually, it wasn't contact with Kalachi. Apologies. It was contact with Alvarez. And now it's going to be Anthony Solorzano who faces off against England in the Lakeland goal. Anthony Solorzano looking to make it Florida Premier 3-0 against Lakeland United. And he does. Freezes the goalkeeper. Slots it home confidently. Florida Premier with a 3-zip lead. I really have no clue what is going on with Lakeland United goalkeeper's cleats or with the condition of his penalty area. We have now seen him slip over, and other players in and around that area too, 7 or 8 times. That would concern me if I were the Lakeland United coach. I don't know if it's anything they can do anything about. I mean, if it is surface water, if it's very, very greasy there, given that this is an artificial field, the drainage is what it is. There's really not much they can do about that. But it is causing havoc, and now it's Florida Premier through again! And another strike! Beautiful finish from Kalachi. Oh, it's just wide! My apologies, I thought that nestled in the back of the net. Good grief. Time for glasses. I do apologise. I thought Kalachi just wheeled away so calmly, like, yep, ain't no thing. I do that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. In fact, his shot just fractionally wide of the post. Got to give England a little credit on that one. He came out and closed down his angle pretty quickly. I see it again here. I mean, it ruffled the net. You can see how I made the mistake, right? Come on, viewers. Give me a little attitude here. Either way, it remains 3-0. Florida Premier. Threatening to add to their tally, but they haven't yet. So Lakeland United with a rare foray to Florida Premier's defensive third. Really want to get on the board before half-time if at all possible. Give Florida Premier something to think about and give Lakeland United something to build on. Not going to happen right now, though. Oh, well, actually, you know what? It may do. Clip the heels of a retreating Lakeland United midfielder, giving them possession in the process. Not making the most of it, though. And now Florida Premier may have an opportunity to counter. Got pace down the wings, but evidently that out ball wasn't available to them on this occasion. A rare mistake, though, gifting the ball back to Lakeland United. Valenzuela settling things down in the middle of the park. Even though Lakeland United haven't seen much of the ball in that middle third, Valenzuela has been a calming influence. Does a nice job whenever he's on the ball. Makes himself available all the time as well. There can be a tendency when teams are getting beaten this badly for players to hide. It's certainly not the case with Valenzuela. To be fair, that's not really the case with any of the Lakeland United players. They're all showing for the ball, trying to make something happen. But number 34 for Lakeland United, I think, has been particularly effective in that regard. Similarly, Cano as well in midfield. Well, actually, it was a late addition. Originally, it was Pierre Luis who was supposed to be playing alongside Valenzuela. Withdrawal on match day. Cano stepping in to that spot. Florida Premier trying to build again down the left-hand side. Lovely crossfield ball at the back. It's Ocean again with that blistering pace. And Ocean again with another goal for Florida Premier. Good grief, this kid has it all. He has the place. He has the pace, and he knows the place to put his shots. Belgian's Ocean. Absolute terror down that left-hand side. Again, cuts across his fullback. Head up. No chance for England. Rocket of a shot. Florida Premier, 4-0 to the good. At this point, if you're the Lakeland United coach, probably a little concerned right now about player mentality. Find yourself 4-0 down in the first half an hour. I mean, this is going to be a ridiculously obvious thing to say, but clearly that's not a good position to be in. And that can be really taxing on players. We're really going to see the character now of the Lakeland United players. Hopefully they have the mentality, okay, we have nothing to lose. We're 4-0 down. Let's go full bore. Let's press. Pride alone. Let's get a goal on the board. Give ourselves something to cling to before half-time. Stranger things have happened for teams to come back from this position, but in the short term, it's just about having the right mentality. Not giving up the ghost on this game, otherwise it could get incredibly ugly. Similarly though, Florida Premier, their mentality needs to be right as well. They are 4-0 up. At this point they could be thinking game's over. Just going to sit back now and take it easy. And that's not something their coaching staff is going to want to see either. Certainly control of the game is one thing. They don't need to overextend themselves now, but they are going to want to maintain this dominant position. They are going to want to continue to play the right way. Play the way that got them here. Lakeland United, though, advancing down the field on the right-hand side. Good deep cross to the back post. Nice goal. Almost a collection at the back post, and it could have created an opportunity. A shot off. It was Valenzuela on the back post. Couldn't quite bring it under his spell, or bounces away. Now it's Florida Premier's chance to attack down their right-hand side. Well intercepted. A little battle going on between Kaiser and Cano. Excuse me, Para. Kaiser and Para. Work from Florida Premier. Trying to find an opportunity through the middle. Good interception, though, from Lakeland United. Way to hustle back. Make an important interception. We talked a little bit about Florida Premier as a club. Lakeland United, also a very proud and decorated organisation. Just stop for a moment as Ocean, again, heads down the left-hand side. Looks to torment his fullback. Slides the ball inside for a teammate. Oh, great work! Once again, I think that was Kolachi. What footwork that young man has for such a big player. He moves so nimbly. Talked earlier about being able to use both feet, being able to come out of either side. Look at Kolachi here. Nice work from Ocean. Cuts back. Tucks the ball inside. Quick ball off to Kolachi. Look at the way he moves into space. Just caresses that ball around his marker, opening up a channel for a shot. That shot not matching the one that he dispatched on the 21st minute. Give Florida Premier at the time a 2-0 lead. That has since been extended to 4-0. Solorzano scoring from the spot on the 25th minute. And Ocean registering a brace on the 31st minute. Come back to the history of Lakeland United here in a moment. Florida Premier with a free kick out on the left-hand side. Deep crossfield ball. Going to find Paz, I think. Scuffed off his head. Florida Premier, though, doing a nice job of recycling. Not able to quite make the connection there, and it's Lakeland United to bring the ball away. Again, great hustle from both teams, but it's Florida Premier with the numerical advantage, 2-on-1, enabling them to force the ball out. Applying pressure again down the left-hand side. It's that man once more, Ocean. Takes on one, takes on two. It's beaten, but only for a moment. Great hustle back. Oh, that's a little naughty. Referee might have a word there. Not only that, you'll give a yellow card. Can't argue with that. Frustrated Charleston Bluebird. Lakeland United coming in late. Just caught the back end of that in the replay, but the ball was long gone. We saw Ocean here scrambling and fighting for the ball. It's very much 50-50. Bluebird, though, not only thinking he was the wronged man, but then attacking the wrong man. Ocean had knocked him to the floor, and he went after one of Ocean's teammates and got himself a yellow card in the process. This is what I was talking about earlier, the mentality piece. I like seeing the intensity that Lakeland United are bringing as they attempt to find a foothold in this game. You've got to stay the right side of that line. Otherwise you pick up needless yellow cards just like that. I like the aggression from Bluebird. Just needs to be tempered just a little bit. Now ball goes out for a corner. Well, you haven't had very many of those. I can only remember one other from Florida Premier, and I can remember one from Lakeland United as well. Ball driven deep into the back post. Goes over everybody. Don't know if it hit anybody. If it didn't, it's going to be a Lakeland goal kick. Evidently it did clip a Lakeland player on the way through, so Florida Premier now with a corner out the other side. Lofted ball. England palms it away. It's going to be a third corner in a row. Florida Premier. We're going to retrieve the ball from the parking lot. Sorry, I was about to say car park. That's what we call it where I come from. Parking lot, I think, is the American vernacular. Either way, the ball is now in the corner triangle. Florida Premier to deliver their third corner in a row. We're going to make something of this advantage. It won't. The ball bounces out for a goal kick. Well, as we edge up to the last 5-6 minutes, plus change, it has no doubt been a dominating performance from Florida Premier. That's obvious by the scoreboard alone. Oh, we have a little bit after us here. Some great marshalling from Lakeland United. That might be Bluebird again. If it was, and if he had not been caught by one of his teammates, he'd have ended up with a second yellow and a red card, or even a straight red card. Really, really smart thinking from the Lakeland United player there who rugby tackled his teammate to the ground. It was a pretty hefty challenge on the left-hand side there by Florida Premier, and it did knock one of the Lakeland United players into the benches. He wasn't happy with that. Scrambled to his feet. We have a yellow card for the initial tackle, which I don't hate that. It was very heavy. I need to see a replay to determine whether or not he got enough of the ball for it to be considered a clean tackle. It was certainly very, very heavy, and here we go. Thank you so much for our production team. No, there was nothing in the ball. Absolutely barreled his man over the bench. And again, look at this rugby tackle. I played both soccer and rugby back home, and I would be proud of that tackle myself. That moment right there, that quick thinking, ensured that Lakeland United didn't go into half-time 4-0 down and 10 men. I'm trying to see the number on the back of the jersey there to see which player it was that scrambling. It looks like it was number 4 who interjected, although we don't have a number 4. Yeah, it's not so easy when it's on the other side of the field and players have their back to us. But that is confirmation. Martin Gallo picked up the yellow card, so it was his initial infringement. We're getting a look at the replay again. Maybe we can get a better idea on this occasion. Again, when it's on the other side of the field, players have their back to us and they're in motion. It's almost impossible to make out those jersey numbers. Let's worry about this right now. It's Lakeland with a chance to score! And it's dragged wide! Oh, that's agonising! The ball kind of got bundled through. It wasn't the prettiest setup, but it doesn't matter, because here was an opportunity for Lakeland United to get on the board before the half-time whistle. Shot dragged wide. I apologise, I couldn't catch the jersey number there either. But whoever it was, I'm sure they're grateful for that. Probably don't want me calling them out. To say, as a neutral commentator, I had a little knot in my stomach when that ball went wide. I feel bad for Lakeland United. They've had so few sights on goal, and that was such an excellent one. Lovely footwork here from Florida Premier, though, playing themselves out of a tight spot. That was undoubtedly Lakeland United's best sight on goal so far. Not a ton of time to get the shot off. I mean, had the striker taken another touch, chances are he would have gotten closed down. Didn't need to take another touch, though. I mean, the goal was there for all the world to see, and Getting a shot on frame would have been the very least of expectation. Instead, the ball got dragged wide. Florida Premier hold on to their clean sheet, for the time being at least. So Lakeland United with a pecker up right now. Perhaps that incident on the far side of the field got them fired up, as they are pressing, trying to create another opportunity to get eyes on Florida Premier's goal. Ball bouncing harmlessly. Back to Zagroki in the Florida Premier goal. He's touched the ball very little in this half, either with his hands or his feet. Kick going the way of Lakeland United. So I was mentioning earlier that Lakeland United, again, like Florida Premier, very proud and well-decorated organisation, supporting youth in the community, providing opportunities for players of all levels to play competitive soccer. They consider themselves to be an international bridge programme, giving players from overseas the opportunity to come and study in the US and play competitive soccer as well, kind of a bridge between high school soccer and college ball. It's always wonderful when you can provide players from all nations an opportunity to do that. England gobbling that up. And in the process, Lakeland United are 3 times UPSL Florida West Conference champions. So again, a club with a very rich history. But as far as the present's concerned, they are struggling. Losing as they are by 4-0 to Florida Premier. Impressive performance from the visitors. Found themselves 4 up within the first half an hour, just about. In addition to the goals, we've had a couple of yellow cards, a couple of other incidences as well. It's not been an overly aggressive match, but there have been a couple of flashpoints. Cards and flashpoints aside, the most important stat, the most important set of numbers are those you see at the bottom of your screen. Lakeland United with everything to do in the second half. Table topping Florida Premier, looking good for maintaining their unbeaten record. What is for them game number 5? I'll run you through the goals here on replay in a few moments. Our players start to head out for the second half of this UPSL Division 1 Florida West Conference game between Lakeland United 2 and Florida Premier. And we see goals from the first half. The first one from Ocean, a wonderful cut in from the left-hand side, drilling it into the roof of the net after just 5 minutes. Florida Premier able to capitalise on a bit of a calamitous bit of defending here. Wonderful work there from Kalachi. Lovely footwork. Got his head and knee over the ball, drilling it under England. The register Florida Premier's second goal after 21 minutes. On 25 minutes, Solorzano dispatches a penalty to give Florida Premier a 3-goal advantage. And to twist the knife just a little bit further, it's that man again, Ocean, out on the left-hand side. Oh, pretty similar to his first one. Absolutely earning his fullback and drilling the ball past England for Florida Premier's 4th goal. All 4 goals coming in the first 30 minutes. Ocean making sure the waters were choppy for the Swans. Will we see more of the same in the second half, or can Lakeland United, who did get a couple of decent looks on goal, one a free kick from Bluebird that just went just wide, and the other one a pretty open look at the frame that didn't test. Zagroki in the Premier goal. Fascinating to see how this game pans out in the second half. Quite sure that Lakeland United, pride a little bruised, will be very keen to get some goals here at home, here in Lakeland, Florida, where it is currently a beautiful 77 degrees. We have a little cloud cover. Perfect conditions for soccer. Florida Premier. Visiting team, not coming from too far afield. Both teams kind of out here in the Tampa, Orlando part of Florida. Local rivals playing in the Florida West Conference, where Florida Premier currently sit atop the conference, an unbeaten record after 4 matches. Lakeland United yet to register a point after just 2 games, having suffered 2 defeats. But it's Lakeland United now with the corner. Maybe an early advantage, an opportunity to get on the board. Nice header though from Florida Premier, clearing the ball out, and now may look to counter themselves. Left hand side. Wonderful ball into Kalachi. Kalachi turns on the afterburners, has a little support, might look to go on his own. Oh, he does, and he hits the post! And did that get deflected in? Yes, it did. I asked, did it? Because we had a situation in the first half where actually Kalachi slid the ball just wide, but on that occasion, he is the benefactor of a very unfortunate own goal. Look at the pace here, though. Again, for a big guy, he really has got wheels. There's a nice job of getting in behind the Lakeland United defence. Pings the ball off the back post. It then ricochets off the unfortunate, it looks like that's number 24. We don't have a 24 on the roster here, so I'm not quite sure who that was. But again, I don't imagine whoever it was wants me calling their name out anyway. They probably want this one buried somewhere on the internet, never to be seen again. Although there wasn't much he could have done with that. The ball ricocheted off the post and hit him before he could react. And Florida Premier, within just 2 minutes of the restart, now 5 goals to the good. Lakeland United, though, still pushing, still pressing, trying to create an opening for a goal of their own. Something to show for their efforts today. This Florida Premier team, in addition to being technically very good, being very comfortable on the ball all over the field, they have wheels. I mean, they have pace to burn, as we're seeing here again. Ocean again down that left-hand side. teasing and tormenting. Can he deliver on the second attempt? Oh, goodness gracious. That was a cross just begging for a final touch. One of the rare occasions when Florida Premier weren't able to convert. They are in possession again, though. Yeah, we've seen some neat touches and turns from Kalachi. We've seen a great finish from him. You haven't really seen him be able to open his legs as he did just a moment or two ago, and evidently, just like Ocean, he has all kinds of pace too. Situation for Lakeland United because their defenders are going to want to push up high and compress the field. They're going to want to try and win the ball back as high at the field as possible. Give themselves a chance to counter. Oof! I can see why we have a stop in play. Have a smack on the back of the head. Tomas Alvarez. He looks okay though. As I was saying, with the Lakeland defenders pressing so high, it does leave space in behind, and as Florida Premier have demonstrated on multiple occasions now, they have tons of pace. And they've really used it to good effect. Kalachi striking, good strike there. He did a really nice job actually in his head over that ball. It was bouncing up and he really had to lean over it, pick it out on frame and make sure it didn't fly over the crossbar. In doing so, they're not really able to generate the pace he would like. England, in the Lakeland goal, able to snatch that ball out of the air. Good work from Lakeland United. Lovely turn as well. Looking for a counter here. Unable to connect that pass though. Is it Florida Premier now themselves looking to respond? All going down the left-hand side. It's Gallo inside. Nice stop from England. And Gallo glanced up, looked to see whether or not he had a teammate supporting him. He really didn't. He glances up here, looking for a teammate. Nothing doing, went on his own. England with a nice block at the near post. Florida Premier with the corner. So at this point, Lakeland United really just need to put the scoreline out of their heads. Need to have a 0-0 mentality. It's just about playing the way they want to be playing. Trying to connect their passes, trying to create opportunities, obviously trying to get on the scoreboard. Less so, though, in the interests of chipping away at a 5-goal deficit, and more in the interests of just doing the right things, just executing, just taking this as an opportunity to demonstrate to their coach that they're playing their soccer. It has to be their mentality. I think there's no coming back from this scoreline. It's not so much the scoreline. Florida Premier, let's be perfectly honest, they have been absolutely dominant. It's clear why they're top of the table, unbeaten after 4 games. But this is not an exercise in trying to rescue really even a point. The Lakeland at this moment in the game, it's not happening. But can they play their soccer? Can they connect their passes? Can they move the ball upfield? Can they create opportunities to score? Can they do the things that are going to help them in the next game and throughout the remainder of the season? This is good stuff from Lakeland. Pressing high, maintaining possession. Right, as I say that, commentators curse. Florida Premier go ahead and win the ball back. Now they're going to be looking to, well, it'll be interesting to see how they approach the game now. They are 5-0 up. Probably don't need to do anything in a hurry, although I'd say some of what applies to Lakeland applies to them. There's going to be a scramble here. It's not cleared. It is now, though. It might be a corner. Zach Rocky is down on the floor and he's holding his head. It's a heavy collision. The Lakeland forward. Very brave goalkeeping. Decision came about almost, I think it was almost a push from a Florida Premier defender who was trying to get ball side against the Lakeland striker. Either way, it was a collision. There was a tumble. Zagroki didn't get up immediately. Let's look at that again. Yep, as you can see, a bit of a push there, and it kind of sent the Lakeland United striker tumbling into Zagroki. I don't know if the referee whistled at that point or the ball going out of play. If that's what stopped the play, really should have stopped the play immediately, I think. The referee's actually going over to talk to the linesman now, dissect that incident. Either way, I think they're probably discussing, is it going to be a corner, which is how the ball ended out at the end of that move, or is this going to be a free kick? Florida Premier. Not sure it should be a free kick. Again, I think the collision with the Lakeland United striker and Zagroki in the Premier goal is actually a product of something that a Florida Premier defender did. So we'll see whether they restart with a corner or with a free kick. Either way, Zagroki's back on his feet, which is a good sign, although he's heading towards the sidelines either for further treatment or he may be getting subbed out. I mean, his team are 5-0 to the good. If there's any suspicion here of a head injury, you really should step off the field and let his understudy jump in between the pipes. There's no point risking concussion or any kind of head injury. Obviously, from this distance, we can't see whether or not there was a cut or bruising or any of that. But at 5-0, just head to the bench. Let's bring on the backup. So I think the referee has given a free kick to Florida Premier, which I try and hardly understand. Guess he could have given a drop ball, or it could have gone to a corner. The officials are closer to that situation than I am, and they did visit and decided that it would be a Florida Premier free kick. I'm hoping our production team can confirm for me who's in goal now for Florida Premier. I don't know if Zagroki returned to the field or if a sub was made. I'll get confirmation of that for you here shortly. For right now, though, it's Florida Premier on the ball, trying to build out at the back. Their typical composure, work down the right-hand side. Nice hustle, though, from Lakeland United. Not letting Florida Premier have it all their own way. Lakeland United might only be playing for pride right now, but they are pressing and they are hustling, showing a lot of spirit. Even at 5-0 down, kudos to them. Now they might look to break away. Nice footwork through the middle. They've got numbers. They can get the ball into the box. Instead, they had to be forced back. They're going to play the ball through again, the middle. A lovely turn. That's going to be a free kick. Big feet and trickery. Earning Lakeland United the free kick there. They're too far out for the shot, I would imagine. Although at 5-0 down, you know, give it a go. Why not? But I suspect this ball is going to be dropped in at the back post. Looking for maybe a redirect. Cause a little chaos in around the penalty spot. It was toward the back post. It was too deep. Not able to redirect that. Instead, the ball goes out for a Florida Premier goal kick. As we head to the hour mark, a quick revision of how we got here. 5-0 to Florida Premier. A very successful road trip so far. Lakeland United 2. Really struggling this season. Never more so than this evening. We have a free kick here for Florida Premier, so I'm going to keep my powder dry on going through the goals with you. We'll revisit those here in just a moment. Let's see what comes of this free kick. So Lozano spraying the ball out to the right-hand side. That's going to be a goal kick. It is. So on the 5th minute, Wilgens Ocean opened the goal scoring for Florida Premier. Wonderful attack down the left-hand side. Cuts inside. Top bins. On the 21st minute, Colaci added to the score. A grass cutter, giving England the Lakeland United goal no chance. Just 4 minutes later, a penalty dispatched by Solozano. It's Florida Premier 3-0 up. And on the 31st minute, Wilgens Ocean registers a brace, very similar to his first goal, tormenting Lakeland United defence, giving England no chance. And early into the second half, an own goal after some fantastic work down the left-hand side from Colaci brought us to where we are now. Florida Premier 5-0 to the good. A little under 30 minutes remaining. Half night for Lakeland United, but they've not given up the ghost and they haven't stopped being competitive, that's for sure. They'll be playing for pride at this point. And the opportunity to get a goal of their own. The way they are not rolling over. Making sure Florida Premier stay on their toes. Oh, good grief. And again, commentators curse right as I say that. They give the ball away cheaply, and Florida Premier may have an opportunity to attack now. And the ball back not once, but twice. As we've seen already, we don't want this man, Wilgens Ocean, having the ball in open space. A little flick. I guess at 5-0 you can gild the lily a little bit. It didn't come to anything. I wonder if he was going for a full-on rainbow there over his marker's head. That didn't quite come off. It ended up being window dressing rather than something practical. When you've got a player with that much ability and with 2 goals to his name already, well, you don't hate it. Really been impressed by Ocean. Colaci also been very impressive. Probably could have had another goal, maybe another couple of goals to his name. A couple of instances where he didn't quite catch his shot right. It wouldn't be beyond the realms of possibility right now to have Ocean on a hat-trick and Colaci likewise. There's still some of the game to go. And there still may be more goals in it. Oh, nice work from England there. Very brave. And the Lakeland goalkeeper, but the threat isn't over. And it's certainly not over. In fact, it results in another goal Florida Premier, Julian Paz, this time getting his name on the score sheet. That's hard on England. Made a wonderful save early on. Look at this brave goalkeeping at the feet of Kolachi. But the ball gets recycled, finds its way back to Paz, picks his head up. Little cut back inside, left foot to right. Drills it under England's body. England will be frustrated with that, I would imagine. Such a good save just moments earlier. I think he would have hoped to have done better with that shot. Has struck it well. It was straight at the Lakeland United goalkeeper. Just another example of what I was saying earlier in the commentary. The Florida Premier team is littered with players who have great technical ability, great composure on the ball in tight spaces, and are able to work the ball with both feet equally well. Julian Paz there, turning it from one foot to the other, from left to right, before dispatching Florida Premier's 6th goal of the game. And it's so tough when you're playing against players like that who can cut either way and score with either foot. Nice finish from Paz. Oh, there's a ball off the crossbar. It's the wrong crossbar. We're seeing that goal back again. Again, gets recycled to Paz. Left foot, drags back, right foot. And Lakeland United are hit for 6. If you're a Florida Premier fan tuning in to watch this game, I'm sure you are being wildly entertained at this point. If you're a Lakeland United 2 fan, less so. Maybe another goal here, dinked over England, but offside, I think. I held my commentary there because I thought as the ball came in it was going to be offside. It wouldn't count. You've got to give props to Rodriguez, number 6 for Florida Premier. The composure he showed there. Even though the goal was called back, I'd love to see it again. Next to our media team, we're going to get to see it again. It's good work down the left-hand side. And Pena, look at that little dig. Was it off his knee? I think it may have been a little bit of a thigh flick. Can't get my words out. A thigh flick. Try saying that fast 3 times. Either way, wonderful improvisation. Just went too early. England will be relieved. No 7th goal for Florida Premier, at least not yet. So Lakeland United heading up the field looking for a goal themselves. Florida Premier are obviously free scoring, 12 goals so far in their first 4 games. 6 here in their 5th game. They've only conceded 6 goals across those first 4 games. So their defence is quite miserly. Certainly not unbreachable, but that's going to be a free kick surely in favour of Florida Premier. Yep, not unbreachable, but not easily breachable, let's say that. You have a yellow card. If it's a yellow card for the pullback, or if it's some talking to the referee. Either way, it looks like it's number 35, Lusanda Kuzwayo. I apologise. We don't have phonetic pronunciations here, so give it my best shot. But either way, you can see the graphic on screen there. Thanks again to our production team. That's our third or fourth yellow card. Fourth, maybe, yellow card of the match. We had 2 in the first half and 2 now in the second half. It was a clumsy pullback. Certainly that could have warranted a yellow card. Yellow card came out so late, though. I think perhaps it was from talking back to the referee. Doesn't much matter. Yellow card all the same. Game resumes. 3 minutes to go and change. Florida Premier in complete control of this UPSL Division 1 Florida West Conference match here in Lakeland, Florida. Nestled in between Tampa and Orlando. Two teams occupying complete opposite ends of the table. Florida Premier very much bossing this conference early on. Lakeland United, this is only game number 3 for them, but they are struggling early doors. This will be their 3rd defeat on the trot. A proud club with 3 UPSL Florida West Conference championships under their belt. They're not going to be happy with the start to their season. But of course, with every next game comes a new opportunity to turn things around. My USL team, the Colorado Springs Switchbacks, actually started their season this year with 5 straight defeats. First time in their history they'd ever done that. And now they find themselves in the playoffs. And their form is excellent. So, you never know, right? Anything's possible in soccer. Premier playing the ball. Oh, they were playing the ball around quite nicely on the right-hand side, but a bounce and a spin caught them out there. Handing over possession to Lakeland United. For anyone who didn't catch the beginning of my commentary, in order to save myself words and breath, I asked for your forgiveness, and I'm not going to say Lakeland United 2 every time I say Lakeland United. We have the graphic on screen. It's just easier to say Lakeland or Lakeland United. This is Lakeland United 2 in the UPSL Division 1. Nice crossfield ball. Not a great touch though. Good recovery from Para. Tucks it inside. Nice work here from Lakeland United, but you have a tendency to get caught on the ball, just lingering too late. Florida Premier will snap at your heels. You really have to have your head up when you're receiving the ball so you know what you're going to do next, really within the next second or two. You do not have much more than that against Florida Premier, and here they are again on the break. Quick free kick, ball into the side netting. I've been a bit quick for their own good there. Seemed like Rodriguez wasn't quite sure what to do in that situation. Playing behind the defence, high angle. Only able to drill the ball into the side netting. little over 15 minutes to go. Florida Premier, as you can see, 6 goals to the good. It's Lakeland United in possession. Oh, nice leave. They have an opportunity to build something here, but again, great defending from Florida Premier. They have been resolute at the back today. Very calm as well in working the ball out. I mean, look at the composure there. Impossible not to be impressed by these young men. Lakeland just rolling the ball, trying to draw Florida Premier out a little bit, create some space in behind them so they can maybe get an opportunity on goal. But Florida Premier not eager to push at this point, and why would they be? Less than 15 minutes to go, and the game already won. They're happy just to sit back. There's an odd little free kick there. And ball, I think. He'd love to see that, breaking the lines, carrying the ball out the back. Florida Premier have these pockets of pace all over the team. You're never quite sure where these bursts of speed are going to come from. They can really hurt you when they show up. Well, I'm not sure if goal scorer Nico Colacci is of Italian descent. His name certainly seems to suggest he is. He might be interested to know that currently Ferrari hold 1 and 2 spot with 5 laps remaining in the Circuit of America's Formula 1 race. So if he is of Italian descent and a Formula 1 fan, well, firstly he's going to be delighted by his performance today and his goal. Then he's going to be excited to see that Ferrari are looking to take 2 of the 3 podium spots in Austin, Texas this afternoon. A sliding tackle. Good recovery. Alvarez is an absolute quality in the centre of that midfield for Florida Premier. Unruffleable, if that's a word. It's not a word, it is now. Put it in the Oxford English Dictionary. Put a photo of Thomas Alvarez, number 10 for Florida Premier, alongside it. Oof, England got there first, but scoops a ball that comes down with snow on it. And Florida Premier are going to win that back. Evidently get caught offside in the process. Well, no, it's their ball. There's some confusion here. Nobody's quite sure who has the free kick, which way it's going. I thought it was Lakeland United's free kick, following an offside on one of their players. And indeed it was. Lakeland United now in possession. Lovely ball over the top. Nice work from the Florida Premier goalkeeper. Had he gotten that wrong, that could have gone very badly. Lakeland United, though, Not not the best team on show here today, nor are they the luckiest. Bounces tended not to have favoured them today, and that's another one on the list. Needed that one just to pop over the Florida Premier goalkeeper's head and give them an easy finish. It wasn't to be. And it remains 6-0. And there's a tough ball to have to deal with. Nice work from Lara. Really nice work. Slides the ball in the middle. Good defending, but then it comes back. Oh, great footwork. Finally runs out of steam. Arroyo cutting left, cutting right. Switching the ball from one foot to another. Took a stumble and I think, like I said, just finally ran out of steam. Even the substitutes for Florida Premier have been impressive. There's definitely a DNA that runs through this team. As I've mentioned on several occasions, highly technical, well balanced, able to move right, able to move left. Pace in abundance. What a wonderful ball through! Great work though from England. They've gotten a knock in the process. That was a delicious pass. Arroyo thought he was through on goal there, and the ball had just been a fraction shorter. He would have dinked it over the onrushing England. I'd love to see that one again when our media team have a second, just to see the pass again. Beautiful reverse pass. The weight was almost perfect. Just a touch too heavy, otherwise it would be Florida Premier 7, Lakeland United 2-0. Great work from Florida Premier. Enya stripping the defender, and now he has a teammate up with him, but he may go, oh, they got their wires crossed there. I'm going to blame Lara for that one. Lara pointed into the left channel as if he wanted the ball, rolled in behind that defender, and then he decided to change his run. I kind of understand why he did. I think he was concerned he was running too straight and would get caught offside when the eventual through ball came. So he changed his run. Didn't make Pena aware of it. I guess Pena didn't pick up his head, didn't spot his teammate had changed his trajectory, and instead played the pass where he was told to. Now Lakeland United 2 on the break, shepherded out by their goalkeeper. So we're into the final 8 minutes now. Realistically, this game was over as a contest within 2 minutes of the second half, when Nico Colaci forced an own goal to register Florida Premier's 5th goal of the game. It was already an uphill battle. Lakeland United 2 going in at half-time, 4-0 down. When that 5th goal went in, within 2 minutes of the restart, was the contest pretty much done and dusted. Lakeland United, though, have not embarrassed themselves. They fought hard. They've been competitive. Just simply have been outplayed by a better team today. Team a little bit more technical than them, a bit more comfortable on the ball, pace all over the park, and clinical in front of goal. They have another opportunity here. Pena looking to chuck the ball in. It gets scuffed through and then gets knocked wide. 2 bites of the cherry. Nice work from Pena. Front post. It was missed. Oh, I think it was missed by Arroyo. Back post. Eddie Aboris. He was number 15. Either way, neither player able to just connect the way they wanted. Neither player able to add to Florida Premier's tally. defence there, Florida Premier. Lakeland not giving up the ghost. Keeping the Florida Premier defenders on their toes. Oh, lovely turn. Ball across the box. Bicycle kick. Oh, I'm not laughing at the kick. It's the ambition. I absolutely love that. Look at that turn though. Beautiful drag back. Slide, and then in receiving the ball, touch, I think unintentionally pinged up. Beautiful turn from Concalves, and then Guzueo with the bicycle kick, the attempted bicycle kick. Just a little too much air. That would have been gorgeous if that flown into the net. It was a wonderful. It would have been a wonderful assist, and then absolutely outstanding execution. I suppose that is Lakeland United 2's day in a nutshell right there. Not really getting the rub of the green, not getting the bounce of the ball, and not able to execute a few opportunities that have come their way. Or a Premier, as the scoreboard reveals, have been clinical at the other end of the field. And they're on the attack again. Ian Johnson trying to find a teammate, getting that one wrong. Lakeland United, you have to be so impressed by the energy that both teams are displaying. We're in the 86th minute here. As I mentioned before, the game was over as a contest 2 minutes into the second half, if not arguably before then. Yet both these teams still full of running. If you showed up to watch this game now and you didn't have the scoreboard, you'd imagine that this was a tied match or a one-goal game. Such is the determination and competitiveness of both sets of players. It really is to be applauded. Well, for anyone who's interested in their Formula One, Ferrari did indeed secure their 1-2. I think it's the first time I've had a 1-2 this season. Max Verstappen rounding out the podium in third. Again, I was speculating that Nico Colacci might be of Italian descent. If he has any interest in motor racing, not only will he be happy with the result here today in Lakeland, he'll be excited to hear the results from Austin, Texas. Got a break in play. I'm not sure if we have an injury. Something else going on off camera, but the clock continues to tick. It doesn't much matter. Anyone who's really interested, it was Leclerc who took the win. Sainz coming in second. So we're looking here at a replay of the sixth goal. Nice footwork from Paz, William Paz. Yeah, I was a little critical of England in the Lakeland goal there, suggesting that maybe he would have, he could have gotten more on that. The shot was right at him, but to be fair to him, his goal has been peppered today. He's made some good saves. He's made a couple of mistakes too, but when you're trailing 6-0, that suggests you're not the only one on the field making mistakes. The Florida Premier quite clearly have delivered a lesson today to Lakeland United 2. How to control a game and how to be clinical in front of goal. On the Premier, just playing out the last couple of minutes, maintaining possession. Well, the moment I say that, they launch the ball forward. Are they really looking for a seventh? They are. This might be offside. Not so much of a shot either way. I think that was Gabe Lara. Did not get a hold of that shot. To show the measure of this team, though, doesn't it? 6 goals to the good. They could just possess the ball. They could just knock it around the back, and they're like, no, you know what? Let's create a track meet. Let's see if we can get number 7. Absolutely love that. Might get another yellow card here. Bit of a cynical drag back. It is a yellow. That's Cuswayo. He's been pretty heavily involved in the game. Been in and around the box. Actually, is that not Cuswayo's second yellow? My note seems to suggest it is, so I've either written that down wrong or the referee has forgotten that he gave a yellow card to that young man earlier. I mean, it doesn't much matter in the grand scheme of things, but curious. All over the top for Lakeland United. Our Premier being asked to defend right to the last. Doing a good job of it, just as they have throughout the entire game. Lakeland United not giving up the ghost. Anxious to just get a goal on the board. Just something to show for their efforts today. Nice work from Pena. Ball gets that rolled down the left-hand side. That's going to go out of play. And that might be all she wrote, although we are probably going to have an extra minute or two. Had that injury to Zagroki. And the Florida Premier goalkeeper went down after a collision. What looked like a head injury. He was down for a couple of minutes, so may have an extra minute or two yet. Still time for Lakeland United to get on the board. Oof. Was that a collision or did he just slip? Either way, it looked kind of nasty. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. Back on his feet. The only reason I made that observation about the yellow cards was if Cuswayo does happen to score now, he should have been off the field. Well, that could be a little embarrassing. Lakeland United with the free kick. Going to get the ball into the dangerous zone and comes to nothing. Referee points to the spot, blows his whistle. And the game is done. Well, it may have not been the most entertaining game in terms of a contest, but if you wanted goals today, you got them. Florida Premier delivered them in spades, beating Lakeland United by 6 goals to 0. As we run through the replay of those goals, the first one being scored by Wilgens Ocean, getting in from the left-hand side, using his pace before finding top bins. That was 5 minutes in. The 21st minute, there's Nico Colaci, span his man, got his head over the ball and drilled it under England in the Lakeland United goal. On the 25th minute, Solorzano rolled a penalty into the corner, giving England no chance. And then on the 31 minutes, it was Ocean again, making it rocky waters for the Swans. Again, another wonderful finish. And then early into the second half, Nico Colaci, burst of pace on the left-hand side. Thinks he's scored, but in fact he rings the post. However, he hits a defender as the ball finds its way back out. That own goal making it 5. And then it was left to Paz, a tippy toe through the defence before drilling the ball under England for Florida Premier's 6th of the game. a comprehensive victory by a very fine team. Florida Premier really on top in the very beginning. And as I said earlier, kind of the game was over as a contest. If not by half-time, then certainly by 2 minutes into the second half. Lakeland United too have to lick their wounds. Figure this out. They're now 3 games into the season without a point to their name. Florida Premier remain top of the Florida West Conference. And if they continue like this, well, it's hard to see beyond them for the championship. A very impressive victory on the road. Thanks again to our production team from Veta Media. I've been your commentator, Mark Turner, and until next time, goodbye.